You know, there's a moment where you look at your bank account and like, okay, who did this? And then you realize it was you. Consistently, over time, that was me for years. What finally clicked wasn't one big mistake. It was noticing the patterns, the tiny normal red flags in everyday spending that I just kept ignoring because honestly, everyone around me was doing the exact same thing. So in today's video, I want to walk you through the 7 financial red flags in everyday spending that I personally ignored for way too long. These aren't rare disasters. They're small, common habits that quietly keep you stuck. And once you see them, you literally cannot unsee them. Let's get into it. Number 1, not knowing where my money actually went. So for the longest time, my budgeting strategy was chill in the now. I get paid, feel rich for like 3 days, then slowly slide into how I'm already broke energy. If you ask me, where did your money go this month? I could only give you a vague answer. Food, bills, and a little shopping. That's red flag number 1. You have no idea where your money actually goes. You know what your rent is, you know your phone bills, but beyond that, it's just a blur. And I told myself, I'm just bad with numbers, or tracking is too stressful. When the real truth was, I just didn't want to look into my financials. Minimalist me now sees this as the earliest warning sign. If you can't tell where your money goes, it just wanders off on its own. And it never wanders anywhere helpful, by the way. The fix wasn't some giant complicated spreadsheet. It was just for 1 month, write everything down, whether it's app, notes, whatever it was. Once I saw the reality, how much money was going into little things, I couldn't pretend it wasn't a problem anymore. Number 2, saying I'll fix it next month, every month. I used to live in this permanent state of, I'll get serious next month. When next month comes, I'll save. Next month, I'll stop eating out so much. Next month, I'll pay more than the minimum. Next month, I'll start that budget. Meanwhile, all my next month look exactly the same. And that's red flag number 2. Your plan to change is always in the future. There's always a reason this month is inconvenience. You had a trip, there was a bill, you were stressed, whatever the case is. And because the excuses change, you don't even notice that the pattern is the same. Minimalist me had to learn this the hard way. If nothing changed this month, nothing magically changed next month either. The amount of money you're planning to save when life comes down is a fantasy version of your income. If you make tiny changes now, like cutting one category by $20 or paying $10 extra on that, it may sound insignificant, but they're proof you're not just pushing your entire financial life into this imaginary ladder. Number 3, using credit card for non-emergencies and calling it normal. I remember the first time I put something on a credit card that I knew I couldn't pay off in full. I told myself it was fine. Everyone had a credit card balance, so I'll pay it off soon. It's not a big deal. Then it became very normal. A plane ticket, put it on the card. Night out with the boys, on the card. Random shopping, on the card. Red flag number 3, when the credit card becomes your backup plan for everyday stuff, not emergencies. You're not using it as a tool, you're using it as a second income. And because nothing explodes immediately, it doesn't feel like a big deal. Until one day, you realize you've been paying for that one weekend getaway for the past 8 months. I ignore how serious that was for the longest because the minimum payment never looked scary. But that's the point. It's designed not to. Minimalist me had to face the hard truth. If I'm using debt to fund a lifestyle my actual wallet cannot support, I'm not getting ahead. I'm literally renting my own life at 20% interest. The red flag isn't having a card, it's needing it for normal month. Number 4, avoiding my bank app like it was bad news because it was. There was a phase where I had genuine anxiety opening my banking app. I tapped the icon, hesitate, and then just close it. But the truth is, I guessed my balance in my head and kind of knew the number was going to be low. But if I could still tap the card and it worked, I felt fine. That's red flag number 4. You're too scared to look. You delay checking your balance, you ignore big notification, you don't read statement, and you tell yourself, I don't want to stress, but not looking doesn't reduce stress, it just delays it. When I finally started checking my account regularly, it rarely reduced my anxiety instead of increasing it. Even if the numbers weren't great, at least I knew. Financial minimalism is all about clarity. You can't simplify and improve something you're too afraid to look at. If opening your bank apps felt like jumping into cold water, that's your nervous system reacting to long-term mismatch between your spending and your reality. Number 5, I deserve it purchases. Every time I was stressed. Because I had a hard week, I deserve this. Because I've been so good, I deserve a treat. Because it's been rough lately, I deserve to order in. If I deserve it is your most used financial justification, I think you deserve to be a millionaire by now. That's red flag number 5. Your main coping strategy is spending. Not occasionally, not on purpose, but on autopilot. You're not buying the thing, you're buying temporary relief. The problem is the emotional high fades fast, but the habit, it stays. And if you're constantly using money to self-contain, your spending will always outrun your income, no matter how much you earn. Minimalist me had to build an actual toolbox for dealing with stress that wasn't just add to cart. I'm talking about walks, journaling, cleaning, cooking something nice, and calling a friend because those became my new default. And then when I do buy something, it felt more intentional, not like when I was swiping just because I felt like I deserve it. Number 6, it's only as a default thought. It's only $5, it's only $15, it's only $30. I cannot tell you how many times I said those words. It's only as my brain favorite spell for turning repeated spending into something that felt harmless. Red flag number 6 is when you justify everything in isolation and never zoom out. You treat money like individual dots instead of a picture, but your bank account sees the picture. Those only $10 moments stack across food, app, Uber, snack, and little upgrades. That was literally my entire pay raise, gone every single month. Minimalist me started forcing a new question. If it's only $15, how many times this month did I spend $15 just because it's only $15? And if I save all my only money for 30 days, what could it pay for? Suddenly, those tiny charges didn't feel so tiny. The red flag isn't the number itself, it's the pattern of never respecting small amount while wondering why big things feels impossible. Red flag number 7, zero buffer every month was the edge. For years, my goal with money was basically make it to the end of the month without overdrafting. And that was it. No buffer, no wiggle room, no margin. If something unexpected came up, for example, a flat tire, random fees, last minute plan, I panic or swipe a credit card. Red flag number 7, you're always operating at the edge. I had no emergency fund, no small cushion, no space between I'm fine and I'm screwed. It's like walking a financial tightrope with no safety net. And because nothing truly catastrophic happened most months, you convince yourself it's working until it doesn't. Minimalist me realized living at zero is not neutral, it's risky. The first time I built even a tiny buffer, a couple $100 that stays in my account instead of being spent, it felt unreal. Like I can afford for something to go wrong. And that's what we're really buying with better habits. Not perfection, just room. Room to breathe, room to mess up, and room to change your mind. So those are the 7 financial red flags I ignored for years. If you see yourself in any of these situations, you're not broken. You're just running a money system you never really chose. The minimalist twist is not to panic and try to fix everything overnight. It's to take one red flag and say, okay, this is my starting point. Maybe this month you actually track what you spend. Maybe you make one extra payment on a card, pause one subscription, and so on. Every tiny change is you choosing to stop ignoring the red flag and start listening to them. They're not here to shame you, they're here to guide you. So if you guys gain any value from today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and push the notification bell for more on personal finance, sustainable fashion, and minimalism. I'll see you guys on my next video.